Hello again, here Stone Liotta, Cook the Beat. So now we are in the next episode, and I got some incredible guests today with us. And what is Cook the Beat? Cook the Beat is music, blessing, harmony, cooking, and a pleasure of God to give me this. Been growing up with music and cooking and art all my life long. And I started when I was 3 years old. And so I said, okay, for those who didn't see this, put this all together and it comes a color of music and good cooking. Okay, so before we start, I would like to present our sponsor, the Italian fine food gastronomia Italiana Vincenzo Tolomeo. Nice name, Tolomeo. I like it. And he brought me 80% from the ingredients that we have here. The salami from Livoni and all from Italy. Everything comes from Sicily, North Italy, Middle Italy. Okay, so we use really genuine stuff here. Okay, and what we're gonna cook today? Today we're gonna cook filetto di pollo alla pizzaiola, but with my guest. All right. So I would like to present you two big promise, two good friends of mine. We got, come here, my friend.
Okay.
Come over.
All right.
Come over. The Thomas Stainberg from VDR.
Yes. That's
journalist. Over 2,000 interview with all the bigs.
all the bigs, right? Yes.
Thank you,
Tony. Nice to meet you.
Man, thank you. You're here, buddy.
All right.
All right. And great journalist. Check him. Thomas Stainberg, VDR. And then, of course, my pal. He's been my manager for many years. A good friend. Always with me and support me. Doesn't matter what. Okay. We did a record together. He will present this too. So don't worry about it. Here we go. Come here for Media Looks. The whole.
Hey, hello.
Hey.
Good to see you
Good to see you. Thank you, buddy. Thank you that you're all here.
You want to have a seat? Yes, I'm the younger guy, so I take the seat. All right.
And Ulf Bellman does all the production that they come down here with record, right? You promote them, and we're not talking about the band around the corner. We're talking about big bands like Bonamassa.
Yes, Bonamassa is a good
And
example.
I love them.
And yeah, I'm running an agency for music
right.
marketing.
That's right.
And it's running still over 30 years. And I had a lot of fun with music all the time. And I'm going to experience cooking.
That's right.
Very
Cooking and music,
interesting,
they belong together.
Yeah.
Because when you go off tour and you got a guy cooking for you and he cooks brie, you know what I mean? You play like brie.
Right,
you know? So if you got a good cook there that he knows what the musician has.
Now I know the secret behind your music.
That's
With a lot of energy, a lot of
That's
power, and
That's right, because we always have great catering coming up.
yeah.
And you know, I check the catering because I love to cook, so I want to give my musicians. The way I cook is the way I give the pleasure out. For me it's good, and it have to be good for the others too.
Yeah.
Right?
Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is the harmony from the food and the music. It's the same thing with the music.
Yeah.
I see, that's a secret.
Yes.
Because venues with the best catering have the best artists
Yes.
on
Yes.
stage.
Yeah.
Because these artists are recognizing if something comes up, food made with love and spirit,
That's right.
uh,
Not with ketchup,
Yeah.
with tomatoes.
then they are ready to have to play a good concert.
We go on stage and we are the ones. That's right. Okay.
Yes. Remind me of one of the legendary tracks
That's right.
by Quincy Jones. Yeah.
So, start to cook?
Yes,
Right.
please.
Yes, all right. Pizzaiola. I have some filet from Huhn in German, right? Huhn.
Yeah.
Huhn
Yeah.
filet,
You mean
right?
chicken? Yeah.
Yeah. Filetto di pollo in Italia
Okay.
and chicken filet. All right?
Yeah.
All right, so I've already put some salt and some pepper. I got some spicy seasons in the flour. Okay? that it already, I don't have to work too much with the seed because I already have them here. All right, so I put this on. Here. Yes, yes. All right, so we put, nice. You know, this comes from Sicily. It's cold pressed.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Still feels very cold, yeah.
It's very
no, no, it's good, good.
I'm freezing. Okay, so right, let's see. So, at the same time, I did the sauce already, because then it would take 3 hours only for the.
Yes.
I already pre-cooked the sauce. I got onions, I got garlic, I got celery, I got a little anchovy, because it's a pizzaiola. It comes from pizzaiola, and we put your olives in it and some capers. Okay? Who doesn't like anchovies and capers? You could take them out, right? Yes, yes, okay. So, and then, you see here it starts. Do this. And everything, we go a little bit down, because we don't want to burn it, right? Okay.
That looks interesting.
Very tasty it looks as well.
Do you lived in Italy?
Yes, I lived in Italy when I was I was born in Italy, and when I was a small child, I went back to the States.
Yes, you've been raised in New York, is that
In
right?
New York and New Orleans, yes.
All right. Well,
The West Country for the music.
yeah, where in New York?
In New York, first we were in Garfield, Patterson, Lodi, and Hackensack. And because my dad had restaurants and grocery stores. I have some picture I have to show you. But I'm 10 years old and I'm holding a provolone that is 3 meters high.
So there's a lot of memories going back
yes.
to New York, of course.
Yes, and then
And New Orleans as well.
and New Orleans. And then I played in Madison Square Garden in Radio City with the young generation on the time. I was 10 years old because they needed a drummer. And the drummer, a day before, they had a recording. And the drummer didn't show up because he was drunk. And so Jane Saint, the guitar player from the time, sit behind the drummer, kid. But you know, the drums were big and I was looking at that. Right? And we did a hit in the time that sold millions in the States.
Yeah, did you record it back then?
I recorded.
Oh, okay.
I'm sitting there on the drums and recording the whole
Good.
thing.
So a lot of memories, a lot of memories.
Here starts the bread, right? We put here just a little bit, like this, okay? And then, all right, and we put the sauce.
Again. This is smelling so.
It's incredible, right?
Yeah.
I know, I know.
And you returned to Italy from
I
the
returned-
USA,
yeah.
or
I
you came
returned-
to Germany?
No, I returned first to Torino, because this is where I was born, not Italy, right? And I lived there 6 months. Then I was working, I got one of my cousins there that they was working for the Rai, Italian Rai, and they asked me, they're doing a session, they need a drummer. So but we went back to the door, because there was like a line waiting, and I got the job, because I can read, I got this American groove. And then, you know, I did maybe 1 month, 2 months there of work with all the greats from Italy. And then we came into Germany. We opened many restaurants. And then my career started, I finished, I went back to New Orleans, I studied, and I came back here. Then I was doing all the tours and records. And I have my school, it's 49 years.
49 years, wow.
Okay, it's a lot.
That's really a lot. So,
And I'm still want to do another 49.
okay.
Why
So,
not?
yeah.
Okay, so.
So in the late 70s, you found your home here in Dortmund.
Yeah, more or less. I was in Frankfurt first, right? And I played there in Frankfurt too. And my story is really, I have a Bible.
Okay.
I have a Bible. If I put those two together, I think we need 3 hours just to talk about us.
Yeah, a lot of things to do. And
Yeah, you know, and
experiences.
Yeah, go on. Yeah, a lot of experience, a lot of, you know. Good thing is that America made me, and Europe make me stable on 2 different styles of music,
Yeah.
right? Because I come from the second line New Orleans style, right?
Yeah.
I come from the New York groove because all my musicians were 80% of black people, Puerto Rican,
Yeah,
so I come from this
Very
creolic music,
yeah.
right?
Perfect.
So, you know, my grooves, they're a little bit, you know, they have to be misunderstood or not be misunderstood
right.
because it's a different groove that I have, you know, because I put everything in back, behind, in the middle. So, you know, sometimes, you know, you
Yeah,
have to,
that's always what drummers say to me, because one of my questions is in interviews, what makes a good drummer?
yeah,
And everybody
good
saying
question.
it's a feeling. It comes from inside. The technique, everybody knows. There are brilliant drummers, technically wise, and the feeling. That's the most important thing. You can't beat it.
Yeah.
You know, the European grooves are a lot different than our grooves, okay? Because especially if you start to have a Latin touch, right? So you work a little bit different, okay? Your mind is different from thinking, from feeling. You feel the beat behind, or you know, you have in front, in the middle, or in the back beat.
Yeah.
And the musician play in front, and we play in the middle. The drummer plays in the back. If they don't have this timing, well, a lot of people, they're good musicians, but they don't understand that, you have a problem.
Yes, of course.
Especially when you play some vision stuff. If you don't understand that, I wanted to say a bad word, but I cannot say in a TV show, but you fucked up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay? And it's so important. So I put already the sauce on cooking, right?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Looking marvelous. Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk about the vision stuff.
Oh,
Yeah,
go.
we're just-
Oh, yes.
Found it in the back.
Yes. Yes.
Was a great album. We worked together on it.
Yes, we did this together.
In
Yes.
my marketing department, and it was a great fun time working together with Tony on this great album. I think you know it as well.
Yes, I know it very well.
You did an interview with me. about
Yeah,
that,
I
right?
did an interview about this album, and it's still looking back, it's unbelievable. The guest list on that album.
Yeah.
I see Robbie Shakespeare and
Yes.
Sly Dunbar.
Yes.
How did you get in touch with
Well,
them?
this
It was
was-
a famous rhythm section of the world.
I worked with Louis Lavranche, where he was working with this guy. And he said, Tony, when I called him, I said, man, I really remember? I said, I want music from you. And he said, okay, well, you know, I did listen to that because we've been working 30 years now with the Louis.
Yeah.
Right? Listen to that. How you like that? I said, okay. I said, but if this music, it's not a problem. We called him. He called him and said, hey, Tony's playing there. Great. So we got all this wide here. I had 10 musicians up there. Then I had all the rest. They came down with the files because we couldn't move more or less too much. You know, and it was costing a lot of money
Yes, of
to produce
course.
an
Yeah.
album like that. You know what I mean? And this is the way I got connected. And then, you know, when the album came out, I was talking to Dr. John before he dies.
Yeah.
Because Dr. John wanted to come down and do the tour with us,
Okay.
right? Because Louis said, listen, Tony's doing this and this and that. I said,
Yeah, one of the legendary musicians coming from New Orleans.
And he said, okay, Tony comes from there, I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing.
You did a very nice song, by the way, with him.
Yes.
Theory of Love.
And Jungle Juice.
Jungle Juice, another perfect example, yeah.
So,
It's really, really, really mean, yeah. And another one I really love on this album is You Spin Me Around.
Yes, that's
You were there with Michael Kretz.
Kretz, yes.
That's a very famous one coming from Denmark.
Dynamite. 10 gold, platinum, and everything. Walk of Fame. some red wine in the middle.
Ah. Ooh.
That's the spirit.
This is the spirit.
That's the spirit.
Then we put the olives.
That's a cool album.
Yes, I love the album. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah. Well, some people call you the kind of a musician's musician. Is that all right for you?
Yeah, it's an honor.
Okay. Yeah.
It's an honor to say, you know, musician that is a musician, because there are two types. You know, everybody says, knock, knock, who's coming? Oh, it's the drummer, he's out of time. But it's not true. There are the guitar players, the bass player, all the time out of timing. Okay? And
there are quite some jokes on it, yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, the singer and the guitar player has to go to the interviews. Okay, the drummer can go with.
That's right, that's right.
Or join him.
Yeah. So we got some season. You can talk. I got some season here.
Oh, yeah.
From this one, right? That everybody knows.
Oh, you can.
A little bit Percussion here. There we go. If the people want to even know what I'm cooking.
Oh, it's so good.
Yes.
Yeah, but Tony, to be honest, this album is a kind of masterpiece for me that you did in recent years, and so many great musicians, New Orleans flair, really great thing. Thank you for making it real.
Thank you, because, you know, without you, with the old guys, I could do only the 50%. The other 50% is management, is the press, is the support that gives you this
Taking it to the public.
That's right. That's right.
Without an audience.
And then the public and my musicians, that they are there for me and respect this, you know, because everything is just a thing, my dear friends. It's respect. You know, if you don't have respect in this business,
you lose it all.
I don't have to tell you.
Right.
Okay. So this is very important. So when it's this way, we put this in the sauce. And then, you know, we have so much experience. You know, I've been playing now or doing music professionally. I've been doing over 50 years or more longer. You know, and so I love to do that, because this here, you see that?
Yes.
It's the best from the best.
You sure?
Yes. You just have to be careful, Upla, that you don't crack the pan. Okay? Because this, what you got in there, you got all the aromas. Now there are some dishes, they put this extra to give more aroma to the ingredients or to the stuff that they're doing in the moment. Okay. So just a little bit, and we're almost finished.
Taste-wise.
So I did not have this in my mouth, but I have to taste to be sure that everything is okay.
So we have to leave, okay. We'll leave you alone with this.
Enjoy.
No, we don't.
No, no way.
This is very lovely and
So
food.
I
Just a
would
bit.
like to have a little bit more salt, but I'm sure I'm right. Okay, doke. Then
This really looks like Italian food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it smells like Italian food.
Yeah.
yeah, this is what I say all the time. A little
This is
pasta.
one of the very disadvantages of TV. You can't smell it.
Yes.
But I remember one very old movie with the odorama effect. So
Yeah.
I saw it, it was from, I think, Divine. back in the 80s, and there was always a little sign on the display, and you got a card before, you can just and smell roses and smell some other things, and this was the kind of an odorama effect back in the days.
Wow.
But it was a very cheesy film, movie of the days.
I will present this, guys. Here's the camera. Here we go. Filetto di pollo alla pizzaiola. Chicken fillet pizzaiola. Filetto pizzaiola. Sì. Don't laugh behind the camera. Don't laugh. It's the way I am.